Hi, welcome to NAB 2019. I'm Joe O'Halloran, Editor-in-Chief of Rapid TV News, and I'm here with Todd Schneider, CTO of Dejero. Todd, welcome again to our Rapid Videos.
Nice to see you again, Joe.
Now, we're here in a manic central hall at NAB. The industry itself for news gathering contributions has been quite manic. What's been happening this year?
Well, I think there's been a lot of things going on. I mean, yesterday's news is kind of HEVC and so on. What we've been working on is things like content adaptive encoding to bring further improvements in quality, and also things like remote video. So basically allowing you to send video from the studio back out to the field so the town can see what's going on, and doing that in a really low latency way. So kind of building upon the base that we've had for so long, and building IP workflows and really trying to reduce cost, make content collection easier for customers.
Now, since we were last in this room, probably on this spot,
Yep.
there's been key changes in infrastructure, in particular 5G.
Yep.
What place does 5G have in the industry, and what you've seen so far in terms of 5G?
So I think that 5G is the next wireless standard that's coming our way. I think it's finally a reality. You might have read in the news recently that in Chicago you can actually go and try 5G if there's one or two phones available and it works on a particular street corner. And I think that the early performance hasn't met quite the promise that was out there, but it's early days. I think we're entering a phase where 5G is going to launch. It's going to coexist with 4G/LTE for a long time. We've been working on making our products 5G ready. So it comes down to we need modems, antennas, we need a whole bunch of certification stuff, including safety, like SAR, to make sure that the products are not going to cause any problems for people. So for us, it's just the next evolution. And I think for customers, what is it going to mean? I think in areas where it's available, it'll help improve reliability. It'll help reduce congestion because it's so fast. It should allow people to get more bandwidth when they need it. But we're going to enter a phase where it's going to coexist for a long time with LTE, and we're also blending that with satellite, which we've talked about many times in the past with CellSat. Mm-hmm. So we see it as just the next thing that we're going to blend and make work.
Now, 5G's around the corner, but just step back a bit. There's a whole lot of legacy networks around.
Yep.
And 4G, even 3G.
Yep.
What type of situation is there regards infrastructure at the moment, and what kind of typical latencies or acceptable latencies are there for news gathering and contribution?
So we're seeing, a very typical thing in news gathering where you want to do it two ways. It's like you need to be sub a second. Mm-hmm. If you can make it lower, that's considered even better. But there's always a certain level of risk as you try and push that down. I know 5G in the early days was promising super low latency. The early reports are that it's not quite there. But I think that, again, to emphasize, you're going to have 3G, 4G, 5G coexisting. And I think that's where something like our smart blending technology is actually really useful, because we can take all those connections and put them together and give you good latency, good reliability, good throughput with any kind of combination of IP connections that you throw at us.
What type of business challenges do you see the customers facing at the moment? Are they cured by just throwing technology or faster networks ahead?
No, I think what they're up against is there's a desire for more and more content, but their budgets aren't necessarily going up. And so there's fragmentation essentially happening. So I think what we're trying to do to help them address those challenges is really help them build efficient workflows, IP-based workflows that can automate things that are maybe mundane or easy, so that you can take those resources, those people, that money, and put that out into other things. So an example is something back here. We're basically showing how to do AI on a live feed, and you can object recognize, and you can automatically close caption. So you need to do that. That's a task that needs to happen. And if you can come up with a way to build that into an IP-based workflow in the cloud, you can actually help people save money, and I think that's compelling.
Is that being a key thing there, that a proper use case for AI? Because the word's getting bandied about these very halls. Is that important?
Yeah, I think that is automated closed captioning is a thing people are doing now. I think the approach that we're taking with this is we want to build through partnerships like the one we have with Microsoft and Azure, build kind of like Lego pieces or microservices so people can construct their own unique IP-based workflows that will meet their specific needs. Because one size doesn't fit all, right? So you need to give people the tools they need to solve their own problems.
Speaking about more tools here at NAB, you've now recently launched Ironwood. Tell us more about that.
We have. So I guess what we realized is that we had some really compelling technology pieces that we hadn't really assembled into a service effectively. So in partnership with Intelsat, we've launched Iron and really what it is, it combines reliable connectivity, and it can be terrestrial like broadband lines, it can be cellular, it can be satellite, with video encoding and with our multi-point distribution service to basically give you cloud-based, highly reliable video networks that you can use for content acquisition, content distribution, really just kind of getting video en masse from one place to many places if you need to do that.
Seems like it's all about the cloud these days.
It is. I mean, it's a great way to help become more cost effective, because most people in the cloud now are basically pay for what you use, right? So if you can only pay for what you use, that's a way to really become more efficient.
Wrapping up quickly here about being more efficient, is that going to be the key for the next 12 months? Businesses are going to look about monetization, effectiveness, rather than just throw technology at them.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, if you show up with a piece of technology and it doesn't solve a problem, what have you done? I mean, our approach to customers, I was just in a customer meeting, and the first question from us is, what problems do you have and how can we help you? Because being able to produce pieces of technology and solutions that really help solve problems and make them more efficient, that's really what it's all about.
And we're going to see more of that over the next 12 months?
I believe so, yes. Yep.
Right, well, we look forward to it. Todd, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joe.
And thank you for watching.